Next on the news. A warm welcome in Brooklyn as a Williamsburg church gets some new parishioners.
A group of nuns from the Dominican Republic are moving to Brooklyn, hoping to bring the faithful to Transfiguration Parish. I'm Katie Vasquez, and I'll have that story coming up.
Some students learn about the value of giving ahead of Thanksgiving, helping families in need get their Turkey Day staples. A monument of faith is at a New Jersey cemetery.
This replica of the Pietà Rondinini, the last sculpture Michelangelo worked on before he died, is now at a Catholic cemetery in New Jersey. I'm Jessica Easthope with the faith and historical connections that got it here.
Plus, an Olympic gold medalist takes a trip down memory lane, visiting her old Catholic school stomping grounds and the church she says has given her strength. I'm Christine Persichetti. Currents News starts right now. A salute to some new sisters. The nuns from the Dominican Republic are moving to the Diocese of Immigrants and were officially welcomed Wednesday to their new home in Williamsburg. Currents News' Katie Vasquez was there and tells us more.
These three nuns from the Dominican Republic getting a warm welcome at Transfiguration Parish. The first community the sisters, called the Hijas de la Alta Gracia, have in the United States. Bishop Robert Brennan celebrated their first Mass in their new home Wednesday, saying their presence will spiritually lift the parish.
A lot of our institutions, much of our parish life, so many of our schools have their foundations in the work of religious sisters.
The convent at the Williamsburg Church has been vacant since 2019, when Sister Catherine Margaret Walsh, known as Sister Peggy, passed away. Her death left a void for parishioners, especially fraternities or groups that meet for deeper spirituality.
We are looking for the Sister Hijas de la Alta Gracia to take care of that part, and also the youth ministry, the religious education program and the parish, and also we are asking them to help us with the liturgy.
It's work that the sisters did in their home country and are hoping to replicate here for this parish that is 95% Hispanic, many hailing from the Caribbean nation.
Some different things, but the mission is that people love Jesus and Mary too.
Although the move did come with some challenges, such as a language barrier.
I think idiom, English, I need learning.
And a different climate.
Yes, I need coats.
Priests and parishioners are excited to bring them into the flock.
We want to engage more of the youth because they will be our future for the church, and we are so excited, so happy to have them here, and we welcome them with open arms.
I'm for sure that will be a really good add for us in the parish.
The sisters will also work with Mary of Nazareth Church in Fort Greene. In Williamsburg, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
Over in Queens, some Catholic school students are ensuring everyone in their community has a happy Thanksgiving.
One can of food goes a long way, and it's not just home.
Eighth graders from St. Michael Catholic Academy in Flushing donated Turkey Day staples to their church's food pantry while learning from their principal about the importance of supporting others. St. Michael's food pantry serves dozens of people every Tuesday and Wednesday. And in the spirit of giving, Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens sent their community outreach team to the Brooklyn Public Library to give a helping hand at a literacy career fair. The library invited the team to hand out little treats, including refreshing fruit-infused drinks, cool gadgets, and neck wallets. The team also talked to people there about the meal assistance program SNAP and why added sugars may not be a sweet idea this Thanksgiving. This year, Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens celebrated 125 years of service. Bishop Robert Brennan congratulated them on the milestone anniversary on the latest episode of his podcast, Big City Catholics, reflecting with CCBQ CEO Monsignor Alfred Lipinto on how the nonprofit was the first of its kind during its creation.
Although the church has always been involved in the work of charity and solidarity, this has to be an early experience of it.
I think my recollection is that Catholic Charities here in Brooklyn and Queens was one of the earliest established Catholic charities agencies in the country. It happened because there were a lot of smaller operations, and the bishop back then decided to pull it all together into the Catholic Charities Agency, which was actually established through the state senate here in New York. So it was a really interesting beginning. I think we're probably the only one that has that status.
You can listen to the full conversation on Bishop Brennan's podcast, Big City Catholics, at podcast.dioceseofbrooklyn.org, or search for Big City Catholics on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. To help Catholic Charities continue their fight against food insecurity this Thanksgiving, just go online to ccbq.org to donate. A replica of one of the most famous Catholic works of art has come to the Archdiocese of Newark. The Rondinini Pietà was the last sculpture Michelangelo worked on before he died. Now a reproduction stands as a monument of faith in a Catholic cemetery. Currents News' Jessica Easthope has the story from East Hanover.
It's the first thing you see driving into Gate of Heaven Cemetery in East Hanover, New Jersey. The 10-foot statue, a replica of Michelangelo's Rondinini Pietà, captures attention and elicits expressions of faith. Architect Lorenzo Pedrini says that's the hope.
Giving something different and something new, but giving justice to what the master did in the past. Carving hands and face, we only have one special carved.
Lorenzo and his family are from the Carrara region of Italy, famous for its marble quarries. The same ones Michelangelo walked through to select the block of stone he used in the original two sculptures. The beginning and the end of the process of making a statue like this have been the same for centuries, starting with a sketch and ending with a hammer and chisel in the hands of some of the most skilled artists in the world. But recently, the middle has become a bit more high-tech. This anthropomorphic robot makes the first cuts through the 30,000-pound block of marble. The last 20% is done just like Michelangelo did it.
And that 20% is really the most important part, because craftsmanship, our passion for what we do.
Her eyes are so pained.
Francesca LaFaro, a representative for Pedrini's sculptors at the company's office in the Diocese of Brooklyn, says the meaning of the statue guides the year-long process.
That'll help people to realize that it doesn't end here, does it?
Executive Director of Catholic Cemeteries of the Archdiocese of Newark, Joseph Heckel, says the inscription at the base of the Pietà was chosen to help those grieving a loss.
All those people that come in to visit, right, they have Jesus in their life. They're going to have eternal life. They're going to be with their loved ones again.
The statue, which was installed in October, isn't just for those visiting the cemetery. For construction director Michael Saul, it's an invitation into faith.
A beacon of hope to everyone driving by. It gives us an opportunity to evangelize to them.
Pedrini Sculptors has created 3 replicas for the Archdiocese of Newark. They have 2 of the last remaining molds of Michelangelo's original works. In East Hanover, New Jersey, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Wow, just beautiful. Finally tonight, a 9-time Olympic gold medalist took a trip down memory lane, making a stop at her home parish and school in Maryland. The Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky visited her alma mater, Stone Ridge School of the Sacred Heart, and showed wide-eyed kids her 4 latest gold medals. Ledecky then stopped by the sisters at their convent at the Church of the Little Flower and recounted her time as a child growing up in the parish. Ledecky said her Catholic faith and the support she receives from her family parish remain a source of strength for her. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time. Been adding another layer to the liturgy at St. Anthony, St. Alphonsus Parish for the last 30 years.
There's a feeling that I get when I do it. It's nothing like I can explain to you. This is where I belong. never wanted to do anything else but play in church, and that's what I'm doing.
How Edward LaPlante makes up the pulse of the parish, Wednesday on Currents News.